This El Paso History TV program is underwritten in part by the Hunt Family Foundation, an El Paso charitable trust that supports our local community, and by the Pioneer Association of El Paso, Texas, a nonprofit corporation promoting El Paso history.
The Chamizal National Memorial is a peaceful urban park, but it is also a reminder that the United States and Mexico once used international diplomacy to resolve a border dispute that had raged for more than 100 years.
The dispute can be traced back to 1848, when a treaty established the main channel of the Rio Grande as the official boundary between the United States and Mexico. Over time, the natural flow of the river moved south, and hundreds of acres of land that had been in Mexico were now in the United States. The exact location of the border became unclear, and there were international land disputes for more than a century until 1963.
So in the midst of the Cold War in the United States, two sovereign nations exchanged land peacefully through diplomacy. And this park is dedicated to peace through diplomacy.
El Paso's First Lady Adair Margot was at the Chamizal in August to help 12 Travelers artist Ethan Hauser unveil the maquette for a statue of Mexican President Benito Juarez that will be placed at the Chamizal. Also unveiled was a plaque commemorating the long friendship between President Juarez and the U.S. President Abraham Lincoln that will be part of a completed monument.
During the century-long Chamizal land dispute, the United States and Mexico tried solutions without results. Some of the disputed areas became havens for smugglers and criminals, since law enforcement agencies weren't quite sure who had jurisdiction.
Finally, in 1962, U.S. President John F. Kennedy and his Mexican counterpart, President Adolfo López Mateos, reached an agreement, and the Chamizal Treaty was signed in August of 1963. President Lyndon B. Johnson continued to work with López Mateos and his successor, Gustavo Díaz Ordaz, to carry out the terms of the treaty.
Chamizal National Memorial is a historic site that commemorates the Treaty of Chamizal between the United States and Mexico. It settled a 100-year boundary dispute between the U.S. and Mexico, and it was the positive ongoing relationship between the two countries that allowed us to settle that dispute diplomatically.
The United States returned much of the disputed land to Mexico, and the two countries worked together to relocate 4 miles of the river into a concrete channel.
And as a sign of goodwill, Mexico gave the United States a piece of undisputed land. Today, part of that land is the Chamizal National Memorial. I'm Bernie Sargent for El Paso History TV on ABC7.
This El Paso History TV program is underwritten in part by the Hunt Family Foundation, an El Paso charitable trust that supports our local community, and by the Pioneer Association of El Paso, Texas, a nonprofit corporation promoting El Paso history.